Welcome to another episode of Money Motivations with Meltrice, where your money is your power. I am excited to have the guest today, my dear friend, an education expert. She works with a lot of high net worth individuals, but she gets to hang out with us today. Her name is Nichole Woods. I hope that you enjoy the conversation with Nichole like I enjoy every encounter that we have.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
Absolutely.
And thank you for being here today.
Thank you. I'm excited.
You
Thank
are.
I am, as always.
I know. I every time I think about you, I think about when you did the panel discussion. It wasn't a panel discussion. You were doing the keynote at the Hatitude.
Right.
Very tear-jerking moment. It was so authentic. You were so transparent. I remember being overwhelmed and saying, I felt like you gave me a level of permission to be transparent and authentic. That was the first time I heard your story. You said it with such grace and class, but I think you helped people heal in that day.
Praise God. Praise God.
Yeah.
That was a lot of first for everybody. First time my mother, father, sister, family heard the story.
I know. So talk to me about who is Nichole. You and I engage a lot in the community. We've had some pretty intimate conversations over the years.
Yes.
I had never known that. So talk to me about who is Nichole? Who is the woman behind all of the stuff?
Well, honestly, she is different than, who you met in the beginning. Funny enough, because I really had to take an opportunity to find out who Nichole was herself. No longer a mirror image. I look exactly like my mother.
Yes, you do.
But I am Nichole Woods. And so I am very, the word transparent is really, really translucent. And it's fluid, and that's who I've learned to be, and being authentic and being that, because I was really good at being a chameleon. That's who Nichole Woods was, and today I am very comfortable being Nichole Woods, a wife, a mother, an educator, a friend, ziggity boo. I tell people all the time, it took me a long time to get to know who I was, because there was 69 people who lived inside of here, and anybody could come out at any given time. And I learned to be really good at being what other people thought I should be, other than who I was.
Wow.
So today I'm a little more healed, still a long way to go. The journey is effervescent. I feel like every time I feel like I see the light, there's a curvature, or, the roller coaster ride that I'm always on. And I hate roller coasters. I hate roller coasters. I'm good at putting my hands on now saying, wee! I'm just on the journey.
Yeah.
So, that's...
You're on the journey, and you're ready for whatever heals, heights, anything that come up, but you're doing it being who you are now.
Yes.
How does that feel?
It's freeing. It's freeing, because I was always being what everybody else expected, or what everybody else wanted, and most importantly, what everybody else said I should be, not who I was.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You would be good at doing that. You should go to school for that.
Yeah.
You should. And I'm just like, okay, take two, clock in, whatever they said do.
Yeah.
Be that.
Yeah.
So
what is that you're being now?
Myself. Good at saying no. Not being a people pleaser. Really just setting the tone and the example for Brianna.
Yeah.
That's the one thing the one person who really, really saved me.
Yeah.
I love being a wife, but I love being a mother.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that saved me. She helped me to be able to see, who do I want her to remember? What's the legacy I'm looking to leave for her? Is it the 69 people that could live inside of here that everybody else got to know? Is it she's the, or is it this is who my mom really is. This is who Nichole Woods really is.
Yeah.
So, she really helped, break a lot of barriers and chains and hidden agendas and, selfishness.
Wow.
That was always,
That's so awesome. I think my cousin always tells me, like, be you, because you're the only you that are out there, that's out there, and everybody else is taken.
Everybody else is taken. And here's the crazy thing. You end up trying to be a Meltrice and find out, I can't wear them shoes. Well, them shoes I could wear, but we already discussed that. But really, you end up trying to be somebody else and realize that you don't even want to be them in real life.
Yeah.
And the journey that it's taken for them to get to where they are. Some of us, that's not our ministry.
That's not our ministry. People always like, how did you get to where you are today? Baby, if I told you, you would run.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do it. So first of all, I invited you because I love you. But one of the things that inspired me about you was when you sat on that platform with all those hundreds of women, and you talked about some of the struggles you have in the area of finances. And that's one of those areas, like I said, it's really, really hard for people to talk about. It's really hard for people to be honest about where they are. Again, people will share their children before they share their finances. But what I recognize is that so many women, but people in general, are living with shame, struggling, crying themselves to sleep. But you're willing to have real and honest conversations about where you are and what about your journey. So I'm really excited because I believe that it's in that place that people get the help that they need. So I want to talk to you about that. In your professional life, you operate in high stake environments where contracts, risk, and financial decisions really matter. What has taught you about how money actually works in the real world beyond what we read in books and see online?
Well, what it really means is that you got to be real in here first. You know, you can sit in boardrooms, you can sit, you can just do a whole lot of things. So you can sit in boardrooms, you can sit at tables, and you can make decisions based upon other people's financial livelihoods or other people's lives. That's great. But when you don't take that same introspect in yourself, there's an integrity issue that will end up spilling over. It'll come out in other areas. It'll start to affect how you treat people. It'll start to affect even what you do with your finances. And I found for myself personally, I just got sick and tired of being able to say, and I'll catch myself doing it now. My husband even say it to me. We'll talk about doing something. Oh, I can't afford to do that. Oh, I can't go. Oh, I can't, and then you should, at a place and point in my life, I can't speak for everybody else, too old to be able to say, I can't do this financially. I cannot. So what am I going to do to fix it? And you know my story. I stalked you out for a minute and just wouldn't say anything, would just be in the room where you were, finding out what you were doing. I hear multiple people say, I'm just going to sit in that meeting to see what she's talking about.
Yeah.
That was me. And then it was like, well, when are you going to get tired of being here?
Yeah.
And very transparent as a married person, my credit score and my husband's credit score are at polar opposites.
Yeah.
He does very well financially and credit score amazing. And, I'm like, well, I'm not there, but I'm here for the ride. I want to be in the room to be able to be an asset and not the liability. And to have a conversation with him regarding money.
Yeah.
I don't like it, even still today.
Yeah.
Because I'm grown.
Right. That's because I'm grown, right? I'm grown. So where are you on your journey? Like, where are you?
In the middle.
Okay.
But there's a problem being in the middle. Ladies, gentlemen, there's a problem straddling the fence. You can get shot from both sides. So that's me, making my mark towards the end. And that's why, I reached out to you like I did. This is where I need help. Because where my husband is really, really great at it, and he doesn't like to hear it all the time, but the truth is the truth, and my authentic truth is I don't like his delivery.
No,
so it causes me,
that.
Yeah, it causes me not to listen to things. It causes me to be stubborn and, And just if anybody knows me and where I've come from and my struggle, the word submit was a trigger.
It's a trigger for a lot of us.
And I'm sometimes not even open to suggestions. So if you want me to submit, like, it's the way you got to say it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm very honest in understanding that it's a way to, and sometimes I hear it differently. So where he's saying something one way, you saying it the same way still sounds different. So I had to reach out and know that I had to go to different avenues to be able to get to where I want to be.
Yeah. So you said you're in the middle. What work did you have to do to get to the middle? And what was it, the place where you said, like, I got tired of saying I can't afford this? Like, what propelled you to start, your journey?
Wanting to be able to do things and just not being able to do it. And it wasn't always for me. Like, it's crazy how as wives and mothers, we can really finagle, when it comes to us.
Other people. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to us, like, I'm the girl, the mom who will wear the same underwear, the same glasses.
Yeah.
And, and just so that my daughter can, but when it's crunch time now. Brianna is 17. She's getting ready to go to college, and she's at a college right now on her way back. And just knowing that the steps that I've had to take in order to prepare for her, she started at Andrews Osborne in 6th grade, and it's been over $200,000 to this journey, and we're not done. Wow. And now we're going into college. So just understanding that, look, before you want to step into a platform and a place for other people, the person that you're living for, being the example for, that's my why. When it was just about Nichole, I could still shave a little here and do this there. My why would always shift when it came to me. I could be, either way. But when it comes to her, there's like no middle ground. So I had to start writing down my finances, putting myself on a budget, which is why I say I'm in the middle, because sometimes I will still toggle back and be like, but you know what? I still need that dress, or I still want to be able to go on that trip. And I still, and that word, I, coming into place. But when I put Brianna in the mix, or when I look at the things I want me and my husband to be able to do when she's gone, or what I want to be able to do for my parents individually and collectively, the legacies I want to leave for my nephews and my great nephew and niece, my sister. And when I put other people into place, my grandmother is 100 years strong, still being the boss of everybody.
Oh, that's amazing. I did remember you saying that.
Yeah. And so just that, when you take yourself out of the equation. When you're thinking
about more than just yourself, the vision is much bigger than just ourselves. Yep.
And we still win. Yeah. I still win.
You still win in
when
the
I,
end.
And then taking that quiet space, honestly, Meltrice, to be selfish and be about me. I do want to take a trip where it's just me by myself, quiet time. Yeah. Sometimes right now it's in the closet. It's when I'm standing in the shower. You see that commercial where she's like, "Oh, vacation. Yeah, you mean when I'm in, going through the car wash?"
I saw that. Yeah. Like, no.
Yep. That's me for real, not fake for real. Yeah. I'm like Mary, Jesus, and JoJo. This is my time. But so I'm doing the things I need to do now so that I can do the things that I want later.
Yeah.
And I'm encompassing everybody else in the process.
How do you deal with the shame? I thought, like I said, when you were sitting there in front of all of those women and you talked about the challenges you have and you talked about your finances being a mess, you did it with such authority. How did you overcome the shame of it all?
Just honestly letting go. And what's crazy is I told that story to one person prior to saying it out loud, and seeing that my story wasn't different from a lot of other people. It was just different from a lot of other people. And she said, "Man, you helped me." And it was something so minor.
Yeah.
In the area, it wasn't having anything to do with the molestation. It didn't have anything to do with all the other. It was something so minute. And she was like, "Man, people need to hear your story."
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It was transformative.
Oh, and I was like, everybody calm down. Let's see. Let's. I wanted to do a little test run still. Let's ask some other people. And she was like, "Well, how long we got to wait on the second coming of Christ, like you always say? We don't know when that's happening." She's like, "That's your favorite line, and you keep wanting to wait."
Right. What are you waiting on?
I was honestly scared. I was scared of what my family would think, what my family would say. Like there was an incident that I had to share with my mother and there was an incident that I shared with my mother and my sister when Brianna was a little over 1. And to have to share that experience of molestation and to share it, I felt like a failure. I felt little. I felt like whenever people would tell me, "You are so beautiful, your eyes," that would be their thing. It would trigger me. It would take me back. It would make me think this person wants something from me. They're trying to hurt me. Because those were the things that was being said to me when I was being hurt. You're beautiful, your eyes, nobody. Just the things. When my husband used to say it to me, it would build a brick wall. And he would say when we went to counseling, I keep trying to tear down these walls, but she keep building them back up. I don't know what I'm doing. It was those things. And when I asked my sister a question and I said, did it happen to you too? And she was like, no, I would have told mommy and daddy, and I felt free. I felt like I had won because my predator said, if you let me do this to you, I won't do it to your sister.
Wow.
And so I let it happen. But I felt like I won because it didn't happen to her. Never had a conversation with her, didn't know if it was going on or not, afraid to ask. But when I found out that it didn't happen to her, I felt like it was worth it. I felt like I won, but I was still ashamed. I still felt dirty. I was the girl who would be the boy. I'm going to get everything I can get from you. Financially, physically, emotionally. I'm going to break you because somebody broke me. And I didn't care that I was using my body. I didn't care that I was using my brain. I didn't care that I was using your money or my money.
Wow.
And was losing in the process. So that event, that Attitude event was so freeing for me. And I just didn't honestly know that it was helping other people in that way.
Yeah. Did you know how much you would share that day?
No, because I didn't plan on it. And I had told Anita, I was like, I read some of the questions and then I stopped. Same today. I read your questions and then I stopped. I was like, I know you said these may be some potential things, and it was just like, I know it was the questions of, I may not ask this, I may not say that.
Yeah.
But it was just to give you a heads up of this is what the conversation was. I put your email back on unread.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I understand there's times to be prepared. And, if I'm asking the questions.
Yeah.
But I wanted this to be authentic. I wanted this to be, a place to help people.
Yeah. And I knew that it would be authentic and I knew that you would be authentic. That's why I'm so excited about you being here. How has money or the lack thereof played a role in some of the things that you've encountered?
Greatly. A lot of times I have felt like I've gotten comfortable being uncomfortable with the lack thereof. And I kind of told myself a story, not even kind of, I told myself a story that this is where, this was it. Like, I grew up thinking I wasn't good enough. I come from a family that's very well known in the city, and parents do amazing things.
Yeah.
But I always thought that I was okay just being the background singer. Don't give her a solo. Yeah, she can sing, but don't give her a solo. Let her do the finger snaps. They'll see her over there, And just,
but you felt that.
Yeah, that's how I felt about myself. It wasn't even that somebody else was. I had, different positions where people would say, well, let's do this and let's let you do this and come sit on this board. And I just felt like it would be okay if I, just give me the scissors and I'll cut out the words. I'll post them up. Let me make the outfits. I'll zip you up in the back, but I don't need a microphone. So even this right here, this platform, I said yes, but it's extremely uncomfortable. I know that it's something that I'm supposed to be doing. I know it's a place for me at the table. Hell, I am the table. Yep. I know that now. Hey. But before?
That's right.
Before it was just like, okay, I'll make the food. I'm very good at being of service.
When and how did that change? When and how did that shift occur?
I said it at the Hatitude event, where Brianna, I was telling her when Obama became president, and I told her, you could be anything you want to be. You could do anything you want to do. And I thought that story. I'm her mother, and I'm an educator, and I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I'm helping in the community. And she said to me so authentically, she was a little bird. And she said, well, Mommy, she looked right up at me. What did you become? And I was like, and I played it off. I said something elaborate about being her mother and being the best mother there is. Something, kid worthy.
Yeah.
But it dug at me. It poked the bear. And it was an awakening moment.
That was an awakening moment. I love that.
So honestly, that was it for me. That NAACP Hatitude event, have it every year. I'm always the MC, and I'm bringing the people up. I'm, excited to be able to have them share their story. So crazy enough, I ended up in the hospital on Thanksgiving of last year. And in the hospital, it was in a coma. And the surgeries that I had, and coming out of the hospital in February of this year, I laughed with my sister when I found out I was in a coma. I was like, girl, I did not even know that I was in a coma. She was like, when you know you in a coma, when you in a coma. And we laughed. But in that time frame, the board had voted that I be the speaker for Hatitude.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, my mom said, this is your time.
How long have the NAACP been doing that fundraiser Hatitude?
A little over 5 years.
Wow. And your mom has led it, and you've been a part. I think I've gone to every annual fundraiser except one year.
Except one, and then
that's because we had our event on the same day.
And that's what she said. We're not doing that again.
Right.
Oh no, not never. She said we're not having another Hatitude when Meltrice is having her event because we support.
Yeah, we support each
so
other.
that was the one that you missed.
Yes.
And then this year when they said we want you to do it, and I was like, and say what?
And I tell you what, when I saw your name as the speaker, I was like, Nichole, I didn't really know. I mean, I'm used to seeing you making it happen in the background. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to be there because I thought it was a good look for you.
Yeah. And it was a nervous reckoning for me. I was like, what? Say what? Even the upcoming, I only had one, meeting with Anita Harris prior to. And I was like, I don't want to do another one.
She was an amazing moderator for you, though.
Amazing.
Oh, my God. That was good.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's one for the books.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And, I kept, and I know you don't know, but I kept looking off to you to the side. And I was like, okay, this is my happy place. This is where I know I can go. It was you and my sister, Ebony. I'm like, okay. Wow. And then I lost her because she got up and walked away. So I was like, okay, my sister Rain, there we go. Bingo, I'm back on. And I would look to you. But then she was crying and I was like, oh no. And I couldn't look at my mother. Too. And then I had to stop looking at you. And and Donita caught it, and she was just looking at me, and she was blinking, and when she would blink, it's like focus. I'm like, okay, but it was a story to be told that I didn't ever plan on telling.
Yeah, and like you said, it was liberating, not just for you, but for those of us that were in the audience. We were liberated, and I told you after that, I said, you gave me permission to be honest and transparent in a world where the perception is so important. It's really hard for people to be their authentic self. Yeah. And I think you gave a lot of people permission that day. So let me say this. So one of the themes of my show is about honesty and transparency, particularly around our money and the messiness of it. Right? So can you take us back to a season when your own finances felt difficult, confusing, or overwhelming? What was happening at that time, and what did you learn about yourself and about money?
Oh, you want to talk about yesterday? Girl, I'm dead serious. Yesterday, like when Brianna was leaving to go on this college trip, and I was thinking to myself, I really don't have anything to send her there with. And she's only going for a day. Yeah. But if she wanted to go and purchase this sweatshirt, if she wanted to get an umbrella, if she wanted to get any memorabilia, Like, I'm not ready right now.
Yeah.
I have stuff where it's coming out and it's allocated for everything else except for the just in case right now.
Yeah.
Everything is allocated. I don't have a just in case fund.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, honestly, everything is different today. It's moving at different paces. I left a position back in June to go back into the classroom. And if anybody knows about education, we create LeBron Jameses, but we don't make LeBron James money. I create future doctors. By the way, I like Savannah more than I like LeBron, but I love LeBron. I love LeBron too, but LeBron I like Savannah.
Yeah.
So that's my girl. But I'm the person behind the person all the time.
Yeah.
So it's been different. My finances have been different. I've placed myself on a journey. If we are looking at Joel and Nicole's finances all day, let's go. What you want to do? I can fund it. I could take all of us. But if we're looking at Nicole's finances, and that's where I'm looking to operate right now, because I don't know down the line if I'm going to pass away first or if Joel's going to pass away first. So I always look to operate outside of, even though we do things together. So looking at my finances separately and what I'm going to do to be able to help Brianna, it's a hot mess and a half. It's not anywhere where it's supposed to be. So, yesterday was rough, just thinking about sending her away, and even for a day, and what that was supposed to look like. Yeah. And it's crazy because you sent me this message saying, I want you to talk, and it's what we're, I was like, I don't want to do that with her. I'm not ready for that. That's a no-go.
But you said yes.
I said yes because I know the story has to get told. A couple of months back, it was different. 1,000%. I had budgeted for some things and done some things, but I still haven't gotten to the place where you got that 6 months to a year set aside, that 1 to 2 years set aside on the case something
that emergency
happens.
fund, that just, I feel like I want to go buy a new dress fund.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. My fund doesn't say get any new pennies.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you begin your journey?
So
you're in the middle.
Yeah. I had to start back over. I'm still in the middle, but I had to start fresh, write it back down. Yeah. What does the budget look like? Having to say no. I was saying earlier, you don't see any lashes. I had to take them off.
Yeah, you had to take them out of the budget for now.
They're out of the budget.
Short-term sacrifice for long-term gains.
That's it. Where I would get my nails and my feet done every 2 weeks. Now I'm on a 4-week, 6-week journey.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is what it is.
And you have to ask yourself, I had a conversation with a young lady that I'm coaching right now. What's more uncomfortable? Not having lashes and nails, or not being able to give Brianna what she needs when she needs it.
Yeah.
Right? What's more uncomfortable?
Yeah.
I think we have to start asking ourselves the questions, because we think that, I need to play the part. I need to look the part. But then we go home and we're living in shame.
Yeah. You want to look the part and play the part, but you're not the part.
You're not the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not even a sub. You're not even an understudy. I mean, like, what's happening?
Well, I tell my story all the time because I was a hot mess too.
Yeah.
And having to file bankruptcy and having to just be honest about where I was. Like, I can't go to that party this week. I don't have any money. I don't like coming to parties empty-handed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, having those conversations like, I can come to the party, but I can't bring a gift.
Yes. Or I don't even have gas to get there.
That part.
Let's talk about it.
I don't even have money to pay for my daughter's pay to play. That you talked about your awakening. For me, that was my awakening. I'm working for one of the biggest accounting firms in the world. I'm managing millions and millions of dollars for other people's businesses, and I cannot pay $75.
Yes.
For my daughter to play the sport that she wants to.
Yeah.
Like those the awakenings that we have to have. My goal is to, one, journey with women, once that happens. But the most important part of my mission is to prevent people from getting to that place. Just by making some tough decisions. Yeah. Deciding that the reality is better than the perception.
That's it.
And bigger than the perception.
That's it.
Yeah. And it's okay to say no a million times so you can say yes for the rest of your life.
Right. And for me, as a mother first and as a wife, my goal is to be able to say no to Brianna when no is relevant, not no because my pockets can't afford to do it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Good. That's real good.
That was it for me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the goal. You know, and teaching her, showing her, you know, that it's okay.
Yeah.
Helping her to be able to understand, because when I went to the hospital and I came out, I told Brianna, I said, listen, mommy is not always going to be here. That is a known fact. We're all going to die.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. I mean, you live to die.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's what we do, the dash in between. I
Yeah.
get it. And my goal is to make sure she's always prepared.
Yeah. And that's good because I tell people all the time in my story about my journey is like my mom can make $1 out of 15 cents, but she never taught me how. She never taught me how. And so the fact that you're teaching Brianna right now is really, really critical.
Yeah.
It's going to prevent her from starting at the end of the line.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And a lot of us, our parents have fought through to get to a place, but we have to start all over again because they never really taught us how to fight. So I'm glad that you're teaching her. A lot of women carry quiet shame about debt, past financial mistakes, or feeling like they started late. What has helped you move from shame to clarity and action?
That is really okay. I'm the girl that filed bankruptcy too. I was a single mom who would get packs of ramen noodles and a big thing
Baby,
of
ramen noodles
frozen
was a
vegetables.
meal for
Yes.
me. Oh, yeah.
And then a pack of chicken thighs and cut it up. And honey, I would season that thing. And I would turn that into the Ritz-Carlton.
Right? Okay.
You know? It would be amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and making sure she would eat first. So just really just having some clarity and knowing that it's okay. But also having clarity and understanding that there are resources like yourself. And I had to learn that, you know, and you helped me see this because I said, I can't afford you. And you said, oh, we'll figure it out. Because that meant, okay, now you don't get your nails done every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you can't get your hair done all the time. You better learn how to tie it down. Yeah. You know,
Just for now, though.
just for now.
Just for now.
Just for now. Listen, this short haircut,
It's sexy.
it's sexy. Thank you. But it's on purpose.
Yeah.
It's on purpose.
Yeah.
Tie it down, and I will do this in a second. And how it shakes out, that's how the Lord intended it to be.
That's right.
Like for real, not fake for real. I'm very, very intentional
Yeah.
right now. And because I don't like ponytails. So
Yeah.
this is on purpose.
Yeah.
So learning to be on purpose with my money, with my finances, learning to be on purpose with my words and my intentions.
Yeah.
Learning to be on purpose with where I am right now and learning to be on purpose with where I want to be.
Yeah. Learning to live an authentic life. And I know that word keeps coming up. It's in my head. But I see so many people on social media, but they're in the background. It's a hot mess. And I know this because I work with a lot of them. I see their finances, but on social media, you think, oh my God, they living their best life.
Oh, yeah.
They doing so. And so we're trying to attain something that's not even a reality.
Listen, I am not made for TV. I'm not.
I hate the social, like, I feel like people keep telling me in order for you to grow your brand, you got to do social media. In order for me to grow in order for you to grow your brand, you have to do social media. I do the work. I do the work. And so social media is really, really hard for me.
Yeah.
This podcast, I love it. I love it because I get to talk to authentic, real, beautiful women and people like you. But it's a part of the whole branding idea that we're being forced to use to grow our brand. But the work is where the impact is made.
Yes. The work.
The work.
And that's the most important part. All the rest of this is fluff.
Yeah.
It is the fluff. It's
Yeah.
the fluff. It's the work. It's the work that had me stalk you out. So I'm very, very, very grateful for this opportunity because I watched you do the work. And it was because of the work. It was because of the hotmess.com that you were prior to leading up. And when I was able to see your story, that it made me gravitate to you because it wasn't pretentious, it wasn't fake, it wasn't phony. You know, I've been able to see Meltrice with makeup on and off.
Yep.
On purpose too.
Laughing and crying.
Yep. Yep. I watched it fall off, you know. I watched the lipstick fade, you know, and it was all of that. Watching the journey, watching the work. And then honestly, Meltrice, watching you be able to show who you were and to come to you and you didn't say, oh, thou wantest to work with me.
Right.
Like what? Like I would have been
like,
so
we gonna
turned
figure
off.
this out because we need you to be wherever it is you want to be.
And you want to see people be better than where you are and who you are and still be themselves in the process.
Yeah.
That is so dope to me. Like it cannot be manufactured. That's the best way to say it about you.
Sis.
You cannot be manufactured.
Thank you, sis. I mean, they would try, right?
Yeah. No Barbie doll moments.
No Barbie doll moments. So when you think about your future, freedom, options, and legacy, what financial goals are most important to you right now? I believe you've said them, but reiterate them for us. And what practical steps are you taking toward them?
Honestly, I just it moves. It is Brianna, but it moves past Brianna.
Yeah.
I want young women to see who and what they can be at every age and area of their life. That's why I stepped back into the classroom.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an 8th grade English teacher this year. I love that. I love that position. I love that grade. It's right before they transition, and it's a lot of reasons why I moved into that grade because that's the grade where I found it can start really around 6th grade, but that's the grade where I found that they're really, really starting to look outside of the home. They're looking at other people. So I'm a transformative moment for them. I'm a figure for these young girls.
Yeah.
But I've also understood and I've seen that between 6th and 8th grade, in 8th grade, I want to catch them right before they head out the door to high school.
Yeah.
It's also the grade where the young boys start to look at them differently. But it's also the grade where they start to get snatched and told different things about themselves, whether they're beautiful, whether they're not. The sexual activity starts to look different. So to grab them now and to gravitate or have them gravitate to me, vice versa, to let them see what a strong woman looks like. Not so much just a black woman, because I'm going across racial barriers and color barriers and religions, but to see what a strong woman looks like. And even for our young boys, what a strong woman looks like. You know, it means a lot. So it started with Brianna because I wanted to be my best self for her. But when I stepped out of the classroom and I moved away, my love for the kids just, it does something different for me. So my goal financially is to get my finances in order so that I can create a place for young people to be able to go to be able to see what different looks like, you know, differently, to be able to create that time where they'll know how to save, where they'll know how to spend differently, where they'll know how to go into the stock market, just the whole financial literacy piece. You know, so just upping my game with you is going to help me up my game with them. You know, so that they can be better human beings, you know, long term.
So your financial journey and goals are not just for you. It's for your daughters, for other people's sons and daughters. Creating a platform where they can learn. So that they can avoid some of the pitfalls that I say this to all the time, like if you've gone down this street and you fell into a big hole and you see other people going down that street, if you have empathy, care, and concern for people, you're going to tell them about that big hole. You're going to tell them how you were impacted to some extent, how you're still healing from that big hole, and you're going to try to prevent them from going down it. That is our responsibility to this world.
It is. Do you just want to fall in the hole and break your leg?
And don't tell nobody else about that hole and just let everybody else fall in the hole and break their leg.
Why? Because you did it?
Yes.
Right.
So I just love that. I love the fact that, you know, your legacy is not just about you and your family. Your legacy is about the world. And I think when I think about legacy, that's what I think about. I don't just think about, oh, I want to leave this kind of financial wealth to my children and my grandchildren. I think about a legacy of knowledge. Knowledge is the new
Yes.
currency.
Yes.
I think about a legacy of ownership and wealth in our community.
Mm-hmm.
I think about a legacy where women get to own their lives because they're not codependent on other people for money. Like, I think about something that's way bigger than me.
And I'm an entrepreneur at heart.
Yeah.
I never liked a job because I never wanted anybody to tell me how much to give to church and charity and how much money I can make and when I can go on vacation. Like, I don't need your permission. I told you I had a problem getting married. I was like, dang, I don't know if I want you to tell. You know, like, I do. I love you a lot.
I know.
You know, and then for me, just honestly, I was tired of always, when it comes to Brianna, this is my saying. My kids know it at school. My daughter knows it. For Brianna, I will do anything. I will be one skittle away from a strip pole to make sure she is getting whatever she needs.
I know that's right.
But there has to be a moment where there's the overcome.
Yeah.
There's the overcome. I should never always be one skittle away from a strip pole.
That's right. That's the goal.
Yeah.
To not even have to think about what that sacrifice needs to be or would have to be. To do the work now.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to make that sacrifice in the future.
Yes.
To sacrifice now so you don't have to think about what life is like without.
Yeah, because
you're working on what life is like with.
Yes. And a lot of it is generational.
Yeah.
The bondage is generational.
Yeah.
So breaking those curses now, doing the work now. So that's all Brianna will know.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. That's good. So as we close out, for the women listening who feels behind financially or in the middle and is afraid to even look at her numbers, and not just women, but men. It's not just women, but men. What is the one compassionate, practical first step you would encourage them to take this week?
Stop being afraid. The time is going to come anyway. So whether you do the work now or whether you do the work later, the time is coming anyway. Something I say to my kids every single day. I say, today is, and I say the date. And I say, what? I don't even know what today is. Today is the 9th. So I'll say to the class, good morning, class. Today is Saturday, November 9th, 2025. This day will what? And they all yell, never happen again. And then they love the fact that I don't say again. The word is again. Saturday and again. That's how it's in the dictionary. That's how it's said. And they laugh because they know that I say again. But guess what? It won't. You will never find another Saturday, November 9th, 2025. Not coming again.
It sounds much like what I tell my children all the time. Whether you do something or nothing, time is going to pass by. Whether you do something or nothing. So keep taking that first step and then putting one foot in front of the other. One step. And then sometimes you're going to fail. Sometimes you're going to go backwards. But as long as you're going forward faster than you're going backwards.
And don't be afraid
you're progressing.
of it. Don't be afraid of it. I read a book by John C. Maxwell, and when you talked about that it's called Failing Forward. He has a mention of that in his book. But if you fail forward, and if you fail, period, it stops being as scary.
Yeah, I don't call them failures. I call them paid lessons.
Oh,
they're lessons. Like if you learn from them, I feel like I take away a lot more from my failures than I do my successes. My successes, I'm like, let me check the box off of that. Got that done, got that done, got that done. I'm checking the boxes. But when I fail or when I have to take time to say, ooh, that did not go as planned, I think about why.
And about
how do I prevent it from happening again?
We talk about the failures more than we do the successes.
We do.
People know the successes.
Yeah.
They got them checked off for you. They got them checked off.
Yeah.
When I told my story at Attitude, it wasn't my successes.
Yeah.
It was the trials, the tribulations, the failures, the things.
Yeah.
People know all the good things already.
Absolutely.
I know all the good things about you.
Oh, gosh.
It was the failures. It was the trials, the tribulations. It was the bankruptcy.
The failures have me sitting here right now.
Yes. And it's what drew me to you.
Yeah.
Man, her story is different yet the same.
Yeah.
I can learn from her because I watched her go through the things that I went through
And
and overcame them.
overcame.
And you want to be with people who are better than you. And to be with someone better than you, and I put you
In
there.
one area.
In some.
A couple maybe, and you're better than me in other areas.
And I'll accept that.
All right.
But still can grow.
Yeah.
Come on.
Drop the mic.
It's dropped.
Drop the mic. Thank you for hanging out with your girl today.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
You can find me at Mrs. Nichole Woods, and that's MRSNICHOLEWOODS at gmail.com. And my favorite social media platform is Facebook. They always say Facebook is for older
I love
people.
Facebook.
I love it. It's Nichole Woods, and my Instagram
With
is
an H.
Yep, Nichole with an H, and my Instagram is a little different. It's longer. It's Green Eyed Bandit 0601.
Because those beautiful green eyes.
That I've learned to embrace.
I love them. And I love you.
I love you
Thank you
more.
for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Money Motivations with Meltrice. Make your money your power. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time. Peace.